guys, welcome back to my channel. So if you have checked the title of this video, it's going to be about how I started my own jewelry business in 2020. Okay, so I have me some notes here so I make sure that I don't forget anything. Okay, so y'all, 2020, we all have been taking some L's. I know I have personally. I've been taking some L's, so I wanted to make the best of my situation, and I decided to invest into myself by starting a business. You know, I've been thinking about doing this for a while now, and I have been putting it off. So I'm like, you know what? I had a lot of time on my hands, so why not go ahead and start the business, okay? So yeah, I'm gonna jump right into this video, and I'm also gonna leave some tips down below, just in case there's some things that you guys are curious about or you want some information on. I will list just some tools and things that I use that helped me start my business, okay? So one of the first things that I always do before I start a new venture is I just pray and ask God to give me direction, because I definitely want to follow his will and his purpose for me. So that was the first step in starting the business, y'all. Okay, just praying and making sure that I'm doing what it is that God will have me to do. Okay, so one of the second things that I had to do was come up with a business plan. Okay, so you want to do your own research, and that's what I did. I tried to find as much information as I could to start a business, and there is a plethora of information out there. If you just Google starting a business, so many things will come up. You'll get so much information, and that's exactly what I did. And I talked to other people who had their own business. I make sure that I follow people on Instagram and, you know, social media that have businesses, and it just helps me to stay motivated, and you kind of get some tips and tricks from them as well on how they started their business. So, you know, like literally Google a business plan and it will have everything that you printed out, and create your business plan that fits for you personally. So that's exactly what I did. I came up with the business plan, what I want to sell, how I'm going to sell it, what is my market, packaging, just everything that's included in a business plan. How are you going to sell to your audience? Are you going to sell online, or are you going to do a delivery service? Like, you know, there's so many different avenues that you can go on. How, what platform are you going to sell it on? Are you going to sell it on a website, social media? If you just want to figure out what works for you. So I came up with a business plan that fits for my business and what I want to see for my business for the future. So that's what I did. Next, I had to decide on how I wanted to do business. Did I want an LLC? Did I want a sole proprietorship? And it really is just what fits for you personally. Some people do a sole proprietorship and then eventually get their LLC, or some people start off with just getting an LLC. So you just have to decide on what fits for you personally, and your budget as well. So the difference between a sole proprietorship and a LLC is a LLC basically is separate from your personal assets. So if anything happens to your business, it will only affect your business. There won't be any, it won't affect your personal account. So let's say that you have a business account and you also have a regular checking account separate. If anything happens to your business, it will only affect your business account. It will not affect your checking account. A sole proprietorship, everything is on you, okay? If anything goes awry or something happens, it's all on you. So you have to figure out what works best for you. And filing is different depending on states and countries. So definitely do your research, or I had to do my own research to decide on what works best for me and follow the guidelines for my state, which is the state of Texas. So And that's another thing from this video, y'all. I'm just telling you what worked for me. What works for me may not necessarily work for you, or what works for you may not necessarily work for me. But hopefully from this video, you will learn something that you can take away and apply or tweak it to your own personal needs, or at least, you know, just let it motivate you or encourage you to start a business, or, you know, whatever it is that you want to start that you've been possibly holding out on. Start it, okay? You can do it. So, yeah, sole proprietorship, LLC. That was the next thing. Next was my business name. So the name of my business is Sandra Hill. It is named after my late grandmother. I wanted parts of my name within the business, but I didn't want to use my personal name. So I decided to do it under my grandmother's name. So also, that's something else that you have to look for. I had to look at trademarks and look for different search engines to make sure that that name was available to me, because you cannot do business under a name that somebody else owns or has trademarked. So there's all kind of ways that you can search the information to decide or to know whether or not you can use your business name. Okay, so that's something that you definitely want to look into, because you don't want no problems. Okay, you don't want any problems. Like I said, you'll see me looking down from time to time. I'm just trying to make sure that I don't leave out anything. I jotted down all my notes. So next was how to sell my product. So I opted for e-commerce to sell online. It just worked better for me, easier for me. So there's so many different outlets on how you can sell your product, but me personally, online sales was the best option, and the website that I use is Shopify. But I know there's Squarespace, there's Wix. You just have to figure out what works best for you, and as far as pricing, because you will have to pay. They do charge a fee. So you got to figure out what works best for you and make sure that you are making a profit off the things that you're selling, and you're not coming out of pocket, you know, too much. But I decided to go with Shopify. They do charge a monthly fee, as well as fees on credit cards as well. So check out Shopify. To me personally, it's been great. I buy my postage and everything from Shopify. So, I mean, it just works out really well, and it's a pretty easy platform to use. And I plan on making a Shopify tutorial for you guys later. That's another video that I want to add, just for those who may want to know how Shopify works and how to set up your website through Shopify. So I'm definitely going to be working on that video probably soon. very, very soon, okay? Now, I do sell jewelry. That's what I sell. And I had to, a lot of the jewelry that I do sell. Oh, you know what? Let me go back. So also with Shopify, I do pay for the domain name. So my business name, once I found out that I could use it and it wasn't trademarked or anything, I did have to pay in order to use that domain name for the website. So that is something that you want to look into as well. And it's just like a monthly, or not a monthly fee, actually a annual fee. I think on Shopify it was only like $14. So yeah, that's not bad for the year. So yeah, Shopify, like I said, y'all, is worked out for me. So, but you still have to figure out what works best for you and your budget. I know there are other websites like Big Cartel. There's so many platforms that you can use. So just do your research and see what works best for you. So next, I'm going to talk about inventory, okay? So I had to figure out exactly how I wanted to accumulate my inventory. So I set a budget for myself, and that's what I use to decide on what type of inventory I want to purchase. So as far as the jewelry that I do sell, I sell gold jewelry, and it's either stainless steel, gold plated stainless steel, or sterling silver. I don't recommend going with brass or zinc or anything like that. Those type of metals kind of fade. But like I said, you have to do what works for you and your budget. You know, some of those pieces look really nice though. But me personally, I wanted to, find jewelry that is water resistant and that will hold up for a longer period. So that's why I opted to use the metals that I chose to use for my jewelry. And so there are so many different wholesale outlets, but the main one I would say that came up so many times for me was Alibaba. Now I do use multiple wholesalers to purchase my product, not just Alibaba. I also use some wholesale places in the US as well. Now with Alibaba inventory or with Alibaba purchasing from wholesale, you want to really do your research on that, because that is coming from a foreign country. You're not able to just easily go to where they're manufacturing your product and seeing it. So I definitely recommend, if you are thinking about using Alibaba, that you purchase samples. If you reach out to them, most of them sell samples. Feel it, wear it, see how it feels to you, because you definitely don't want to sell something to somebody that you wouldn't necessarily wear yourself. And just like when I decided on starting a business, I was looking at different business ventures and different things that I wanted to do. And I want to sell something that I would use, that I would recommend, and that I am knowledgeable about. So like, I wouldn't try to start a business with selling lashes. Now that is a lucrative business. If you are selling lashes, hey, do your thing. But I don't wear lashes, so that's not something that I think that I would be able to market or sell, because I wouldn't know the first thing about selling lashes, how to apply them, what glue to use, what lashes look good and what don't. So that just wouldn't be a market that I would want to tap into personally. So I want to work with something that I am knowledgeable about, and something that I've researched, and that I actually... The difference with purchasing from Alibaba and from purchasing from wholesalers in the US is you have to have a tax ID number to purchase items in the US, and that is just for tax purposes. Your tax ID is just saying that you can buy items at a wholesale price and not be charged taxes, and that you can sell those items and charge taxes on those items. And you're gonna need those for filing income tax. So keep that in mind as well. Now I know some of the wholesalers in the US are Fashion Go is one. I think it's called Wona Trading is another one. And there's so many, y'all. A lot of people try to charge for wholesalers and wholesaler lists, and I'm not knocking that at all, but I just feel like if you Google and research wholesalers, you can definitely find you some wholesalers to purchase by. Like I said, the same with Alibaba. If you can get samples, I know a lot of wholesalers in the US require that you purchase items at a minimum price. You have to order so many or order so much. But try reaching out to them and see if they can, give you a sample. You can purchase one item to see, if that's something that you're interested in and that you want to sell. The same with Alibaba. You definitely want to make sure that you sample the product, wear it, see how it feels, to make sure that you are selling, quality items. You don't want to sell just anything to your customers. So y'all can research that information and find out. And that's exactly what I did. And there's so many YouTubers on here that have those lists, wholesaler lists, that you can get for free. Okay, so if it's free, then it's me. Okay, So I just wanted to add that little part in though, about wholesalers. You definitely need a tax ID and also a EIN number. They are both free of charge. If you go to your local government websites, you can find all that information on how to apply for both. Now the EIN number, I don't think that you necessarily have to have that. But like I said, for the state of Texas, they require an EIN if you have other employees. If it's just you're the owner operator of the business, then I don't think it's necessary, but it's still good to have just in case. It's free. You can't go wrong with trying to get you an EIN number, but definitely check your local government websites, and you can definitely find all the information that you need and the guidelines as far as how to apply. And like I said, it's free of charge, okay? So keep that in mind. The good thing about purchasing items in the U.S. is if you're not pleased or if you're not happy with the items that you purchase, even if they do require that you spend a minimum amount of money, they do usually give you a period of time where you can return the items and get your money back. So there's really no money lost. So just that tad bit of information. So like I said, you got to figure out what works for you and what fits for your business and your budget, okay? So next I'm going to talk about packaging, okay? So sometimes packaging can be everything. I really like when I purchase items from stores and the packaging is really nice. It makes me want to keep coming back. So I'm going to show you guys some of how I package my items and share with you some of the places that I got my packaging from. So I purchased my packaging from Vistaprint, Zazzle, Amazon. Y'all, Amazon is the GOAT. They have literally everything that you need to start a business. I practically got most of my items from Amazon. A desk, a lot of my bubble wrap, my printing, shipping labels, mostly everything came from Amazon. But yeah, so I'm going to show you guys how I package up my items. So I use these bubble wrap packaging. I use the bubble wrap packaging, and I got it in black. And if you go to Amazon and Google packaging, they come in so many different colors, so you can find something that fits your style and what you like. And so I package up all my items in these, and I put these sticky shipper labels on top. I can't talk right now. So these boxes I got from Etsy, and they're just plain black boxes with the velvet lining inside, and I opted to go with the velvet instead of the cotton because I just think that it looks nice, especially with your jewelry items. You can really see it well exactly where you're getting. So these are a Figaro chain that I sell on my website at sandrahill.com, okay? And that is the packaging for that. So all of my packages go in these velvet jewelry bags, along with my business card that I got from a Vistaprint, I believe. And this is how my business card looks. And like I said, I can make more detailed videos about how I actually package up items and where exactly I got everything from. This is also one of the jewelry pieces that I sell. This is another form of packaging. So the jewelry cards or necklace cards, I got these from Zazzle, I believe. And it has the business name there at the top. This is a Zodiac necklace that I do sell on my website, the vertical Zodiac necklaces. And it also has my contact information and some social media platforms there on the back. So this goes into the plastic bag just for extra protection, and I'll probably look into getting something that's more aesthetically pleasing than the plastic bags, but for now this is what I have. And then it just goes inside of the jewelry bags and inside of the packaging. So that's what I use to package up my items. And like I said, y'all, Amazon, if you're looking for anything, go on Amazon. It is there. So the last thing that I want to talk about is marketing, okay? Market your business. You want to bring as much traffic to your business as possible. So make sure that you are advertising your business on Instagram, on Facebook. And the nice thing about it is a lot of your websites, well, I know Shopify does, it will link your social media outlets directly to your store where people can actually shop from Facebook or Instagram. If they see something that you posted there, they can go directly to your and those sites will link those items directly to your website where you can purchase those items. So post, okay, post continuously, post 5 times a day, 10 times a day, 20 times a day. Market your business, okay? This is your business, something that represents you, and you want to bring as much traffic to your business as possible. So don't be scared to market, okay? You can't be shy and start a business, okay? Because you got to be able to find and meet strangers and hand them your business cards. So I recommend keeping your business cards on hand, keeping you a few in your purse or in your pocket, whatever. Well, I would recommend in your pocket, but keeping a few of your business cards on hand. So when someone asks you about your jewelry and where you got it from, or your lashes or your hair, you can pass them that business card and they can get in contact with you there, or go to your website and purchase those items right away, okay? So market, I cannot stress that enough. Advertise for your business, okay? It's important to do. So yeah, y'all, that's how I started my business in 2020. I have taken some personal L's this year, and I wanted to do something that I've been holding off. I wanted to invest in myself and just make the best of my situation. There's no better time to do it than now, because clearly, we don't know what's going to happen from day to day. So I think it's very important to create multiple incomes for yourself if you can. And I'm all for entrepreneurship, okay? Now, I still work my 9 to 5, okay? But I also got my 5 to 9 too, okay? So, yeah, if you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comments down below. And like I said, I can definitely make these videos a series and go into more detail about each aspect and how I started the business. If you guys want to see more of those videos, please leave me a comment down below. And thank you guys for kicking it with your girl today, okay? I hope you guys are staying blessed and healthy, okay? And in good spirits and finding peace and comfort, wherever you can. So thank you guys again for watching my video. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.